But you're going to have to be a little bit quiet. I'm going live on an interview, please.
We are live, live on Facebook. Hi, Buddy, and hi, Brad.
Buddy, do you want to come and say hi? Yeah, he's on the. I put him on the iPad. Great parenting, I know, but just police him there because at the moment my wife is working from home, and I'm actually kind of like being a house husband, looking after two. Toughest job in the world, you know.
And multitasking as well, because we've got you on to talk about your team, GB Top Team. It started out, I was just going to interview a couple of the guys and then asked a few more, and then they suggested a few others, and now we're going to try for like the most insane number of people. I think we've got 20 people from GB Top Team who are all going to try and get in today. So nice. God knows how it will go.
Going to be, I mean, like you're going to have the longest interview ever. If someone going to watch the whole thing from start to finish, it's going to be a long one.
People might want to fast forward to their favourites, or the bit I'm most worried about is when I need the loo.
That's it. You should have had me last then, because they would have come on. If you had me first, they'd be like, I've had my favourite, let me get out of it.
They might switch off, yeah. I am running that risk. So talk to me about the team, Brad. How long have you guys been going? I don't believe you've got a permanent gym yourself yet.
No, that's the thing. Obviously, since I retired from mixed martial arts myself, I was coaching at a gym that I've been at for many, many years while I was in the UK. Obviously, people know me. When I was in the UK, I used to train at Team Time, but then before every fight I had, I went over to American Top Team, and what I did there, I just concentrate on myself. Where every time I was in the UK at Team Time, even though me and Mickey Pappas was my coach there, it was me helping loads of people out. I was still coaching from those days, if that makes sense. I used to always help people out and coach people. But for me, obviously, when you're fighting, you want to concentrate on yourself, and you have to be a little bit selfish. So I used to go away to American Top Team for 8 weeks, 12 weeks at a time. To concentrate on my fight camps, and I picked up a lot of knowledge there. And then what I do, I'll come back and share it with the guys at Team Time. So when I retired, it just naturally came into me. I always wanted to be a coach and stuff like that, and it naturally came for me to then go on and coach people at Team Time, which I was doing that for. But buddy, please, can you just be a little bit quiet, right? So like, and then what I did is moved on to coaching at Team Time. I was there. I'm trying to think how long I was actually there. Probably a bit over a year and a half. And that team started doing really well. That's when the fact went on to win the Cage Warriors belt. We had Nathan Grayson winning the Cage Warriors belt. We had people signing for Bellator left, right, and centre, and stuff like that. We had Darren Stewart, getting into UFC. We're doing really well there. And you just got to the stage where I don't want to talk about something. Some things will ruffle my feathers where obviously it wasn't my gym as such. So even though I was a coach, I couldn't say what goes, get out of it if you don't my way or the highway sort of thing. So there was a few things that kind of just was, for me, what I'm all about team, a strong unit of people that all have the same path that they want to achieve, So for me, it's building a team. I know we all fight individually, but a team is very important to me. And sometimes when you see a bit of fragmentations or a bit of a bad apple here and there, and you can't remove that, like really grating on you. So I came to a stage where I thought my time to part ways with Team Time. Me and Mickey has been a massive part of my career for a long time, and we are great friends. He's still the godfather to my son. But I just still felt it was my time to move away. It was something that I've always wanted to do. Is create my own, which is GB Top Team. I really wanted to do that. Obviously, with my relationship with American Top Team, it just made a lot of sense to do that. And also with me I live in South London, and Team Titans is North London. I used to spend an hour and a half of my day traveling there. It's just an hour and a half back, so 3 hours of my day traveling, which for me wasn't time productive. So it was always in my mind to do what I'm doing, but kind of just with things how it was going, it just kind of forced my hand a little bit. So I decided to rip the Band-Aid and start my own thing. So I had a team. Like I say, I didn't take anyone away. People who wanted to come with me came with me, and stuff like that. And so from then as well, also we attracted some other guys and more people have come to us. But at the moment, I have team schedules, right, where at the moment we're just really training in the mornings as pro fighters, and unfortunately in the evening, I'm hoping and I'm staying on top of most of my guys to go do that training elsewhere, go do jiu-jitsu somewhere, do pads or whatever, strength conditioning, because I don't have my full-time facility as yet. So what we're doing, we're using other people's gyms in the, because most gyms don't have pro teams. So at the moment, it's just looking after pro fighters. But again, well, I've been looking for my own premises, and literally just before Corona's decided to pop up, we kind of found a place that we verbally agreed on. My goal is to have a big mixed martial arts premier academy, you know, like not obviously not on par with American Top Team because of the size and the facilities. That's just ridiculous, but something along those lines, which is a big mixed martial arts academy, which caters for pro fighters, for kids, mums, for everything, you know. So it caters for everyone, you know, and that's why I have my own home, and I'll be there 24/7, looking after the pro fighters, looking after kids, my kids generally, as well, and just everything, and create my own sort of family, you know.
Where is this location, Brad?
This location will be near me, which is like in Morden, South London way, which I've always been looking, because I'm one of those people. I'm very committed to anything I want to do, and I say I would need it near me where I live to put all my effort into it, you know. Because what I would want to do is be in there in the morning, coach some pro fighters. Then in the evening there'll be classes. I will take some of the classes, but then also I could partner off and help some of my pro fighters work in certain different areas and so on and so forth. So and that's what I mean. I would not want to do this on my own either. I will have a coaching staff that I will handpick.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you a few more questions, and we've got some coming in because obviously we're doing this live as well. I wanted to ask you about the bare knuckle, because you're gonna have another boxing match in the summer, right?
Well, this is, you know,
we're going to.
This people don't really realize, and it'll take one look at me. I like to think I'm quite intelligent, more intelligent than I look, and I'm just good at using my time wisely. Where when before this happened, I was very busy. I was coaching all the time, like during the day and stuff like that. My evenings became a little bit because I did have my gym, but obviously soon at my gym I'll be busy all evenings as well. So, but then also I do a lot of commentary for ACA with Brian Lacey. So what I do is a lot of weekends I'm either traveling away commentating, or if I'm not, I'm going to Nathaniel's fight in Albuquerque, or someone else is fighting in Brighton, someone else is fighting in Colchester. So there's always a fight show. I have a fight team. I'm there for everyone. So I found myself super busy, and never really, when you're a good coach, you're watching people train rather than training yourself. So I even though yes, I did jump on. I will always jump in the mat to help people out here and there, to give them a good look or a feel. But I wasn't, say, in shape. So for me to fight was never even in my mind. I'm like, no, I don't have time to get myself in shape. So this is weirdly, it's like now all I really need to do is look after myself. Not like my wife looking after the garden furniture, but all I have to do is look after myself, and I find there's a lot of time. So I've been running every day, doing workouts once a day at least, sometimes twice a day. And like I say, all I need to do is get myself in shape. I don't need to learn how to throw a jab or a right hand. And when this decides to die down and they announce a show, all I would need to do is probably do a month or so of a little bit of sparring with some of my guys. I have some fantastic guys on my team, you know, are really good. They can help me out, you know. So I just have to do a little bit of sparring, a little bit of pass, sharpen them up, and then I can just go. And then I'll use this time wisely. Obviously, we're not earning in this sort of time, so business wise, I'm like, yeah, I can make a bit of money. You know, I'm not doing it just for the money. Again, I'm not doing it to prove I'm the next best thing. And yeah, look, I'm trying to reinvent myself. I'm just using my time wisely and productively rather than sitting on the couch getting fat. You know.
Do you have an opponent yet?
No, not yet. Oh yeah, there's talks about a few. There's ones that I like and stuff, but nothing concrete.
Okay. Peter wants to know if there's anyone you didn't fight that you wanted to.
In the UFC.
Yeah, well, I guess in the UFC or anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like I've had this sort of question quite a few times over my careers, and one person I would love to fight. Buddy, do you need a wee? Why are you jumping up and down? Right.
So, sign, buddy.
So one thing for me is like it is of all time, it'd be someone like Bruce Lee. You know, I'd love to beat myself because he was the person who first done mixed martial arts. You know, he used to cross-train between karate, kung fu, a bit of, you know, so he was got in trouble for doing all that. So he's, from my eyes, he's the first mixed martial arts. I've been a massive fan of him. But while I was competing, I'd say I fought everyone in my weight class.
What's your for the Bruce Lee fight then? You and Bruce Lee. What's your prediction?
I'll just take him down and smash him. Got the rest, right? But but it'd be an honor to compete against him. But in my career, there's one person I didn't really get to fight because I was always quite close to a title shot that I used to always kind of fall over the final hurdle. And that was Dominic Cruz. I never really got a chance to fight him. But to be honest, with that fight, knowing stylistically that fight, it would have been a bit of a real annoying matchup because he's just running, and tag, punch. Buddy, go to the toilet. I know you need a toilet. You're running around like a madman. Well, yes, go.
Let me let Ali and Olga in while Buddy's going to the toilet. Yeah, that's what I thought made Cody Garbrandt's. Hi, Ali.
That just blew my mind when Cody began.
I was there for that fight. It's the best fight I've ever seen live. Can we go in landscape, please?
I'm in landscape.
Yeah.
Right. Look at the size of Nick's head.
I can't see Nick yet. He's still connecting.
He's gone.
Hey, Olga.
Hi.
On pink again.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm being silly. Oh, nice. You know, Corona just changed the plans for me because I wanted to come back to the UK with these and give you one, but
oh my God, I love that.
I'm sorry. Change of plans last minute, as always.
So how are we all doing? Nick, I think, still connecting.
Yeah, I think he's frozen on mine, and it's just a frozen, big, massive head.
Hi, Brad. Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm good.
You look like something from the Suicide Squad.
Thank you. My son actually said I look like Poppy from Trolls, and I like it.
Oh, the champ's here.
Who is the champ is here?
Oh, it's Yuki, ain't it?
Oh, Yuki.
Right, I'm trying to let everyone in. Oh, there's Nick.
Oh, Nick got thick.
Nick's doing the top interview.
Oh, right, Yuki, we're not getting the dog off.
Come on, get the dog out. Brad, I've got some questions.
You always do.
Trying to let him back in.
It's Yuki. That's Yuki.
There's Yuki there, buddy.
There's Yuki. We're trying to get him on.
Yeah, there's Nick as well, buddy. Come and say hello then.
Hello, buddy.
Buddy, Nick saying hello to you.
No.
Hey, look, come on.
Brad, how did you get your dog to stop eating shit?
What's that?
Oh, Yuki.
how do you get your puppy to stop eating like random stuff, or does that just happen with age?
How to get my dog to do what?
How do you get the dog to stop eating like random crap like poo and stuff?
They'll do that when they're teething. They'll just eat anything.
Oh, my
And so what you want to get them is a chewing toy, like something rubbery, and give them every time you see them chewing like a shoe where they shouldn't be chewing, take it away from them and give them a chewing toy so they chew the chewing toy instead.
Or they just continue chewing it throughout their lives, like mine.
Yeah, obviously you didn't
Like
train
this
yours when you
one.
were younger.
Really? Still bite the shit out of people.
Yeah, so like I'd say get a chewing toy, Yuki.
So let's introduce everyone, just so everyone knows. We've got Big Bad Olga Rubin with her pink hair.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
We've got Nick Bagley. Nick's just made a successful start to his pro career. We've got Yuki, the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast featherweight champ. Hi, Yuki.
Oh, champ.
Ali, I think, is in here.
Ali,
Yes, hello.
Hey,
Why is
Ali,
Brad
how are
still-
you?
Good, thank you. Very good. Nice to see everyone after such a long time.
What is
Good
it
to
like
see
to see
you.
everyone? Do you guys all miss each other?
Yeah.
I'm really missing you guys. It's been
Go on,
boring
Brad,
without
say it.
you.
Go on, Brad, say it.
yeah, of course I have. Obviously, I've always been one of those people. I like to be around good people. I what I call thrive on energy. So I want people around me who give me good energy and give me a good buzz. And everyone in my team gives me that. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset though. I'm not with.
And Olga, for you, I think it's been the longest being apart from everyone, hasn't it? Because
Yeah, it's
you were in
been
Israel
horrible.
for a while before lockdown started here.
Yeah, I actually had plans to travel on the 15th of March back, and of course, change of plans. So yeah, I really miss training with the team and everything. It's hit me the most.
Yeah, and is lockdown as strict in Israel as it is here?
It was, but the numbers got much better. So it kind of opens up everything little by little. So it's good here.
Yeah.
I think you guys got it much worse.
Videos.
Sorry?
I've been very impressed with your training videos.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Brad, are you running like online Zoom for these guys or anything?
No,
How
that's
are you making sure they train?
Because what I did last night, I done an online thing on Zoom for in Jitsu, which is basically for this, where you could do an online coach and coach people. And I'm like, so my wife said to me, Sarah goes, why don't you do this and like do a little bit of an online session? I'm like, yeah, it could be fun. So it could be something that we could try and organize and like do a little bit of a cardio session or something like that, just for shits and giggles, you know.
And to see each other, I guess. And Yuki, what's it like being the champ? Is he still there?
No, I said he's a champ. He don't need to talk
He
anymore.
doesn't even have to answer.
Yeah, he's sitting there with his dog.
I can't even
Like a
see him.
G.
His screen's frozen on mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
fair
I can't
enough.
see nothing. He's not even there.
And Nick, we had a quick interview at Cage Warriors Academy about the start to your pro career. You must be really frustrated that you're not in the gym at the moment. I know just when you win, you're on such a high and you must have wanted to capitalise on it.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating, but to be honest, I'm quite enjoying this. I don't have to work. I just train all day long and then go back to my room, play some PS4, watch some Netflix, and then go back train again. So, you know what I mean? I'm definitely getting the most out of it, except from I'm just missing out on wrestling and grappling and drills. But everything else I can do by myself, I just get on with that.
And working on the tan at the moment.
Yeah, in the shadow, but I was earlier.
Also working on making the fridge. As you can see, he's going to make a comeback at welterweight.
Featherweight.
And
featherweight.
Ali,
Middleweight.
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 I saw you fight at Rock. Are you
Yeah.
planning to fight again?
I mean, yeah, we should have had one lined up, but because it's Corona, I think it was all scrapped. So I think Brad had an opponent for me, but
Yeah,
now
but how
he's
did
got to wait.
match up on Fight Start? You know, obviously from his fight from Rock,
Yeah.
he all used to train at Titan, and then since
Yep.
then he's away. And his things, he just wanted to get him training a lot more with the team. And obviously, he was so new. Within he needs to pick up loads of stuff. So we're working on his ability and stuff like that. And that's one thing will make, I say, with my training, which makes it hard. We're only with each other in the morning. You know, it'd be so easy. I have my gyms that could coach people. But he's been progressing a lot, and he's one of the most committed guys in the team. He's there all the time, and he travels far as well. So he does the opposite. Do you want me to say? I used to moan about me traveling so far north. Now he's traveling quite far south. So
Wow.
we got the commitment, you know? And we did have a match up for Fight Star. Unfortunately, with this old Corona, it got cancelled.
There he is. There's the champ. Yuki, I was asking how it felt to be the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast champ.
Which champ? Yuki, and we also got Jordan as just joining as a champ, right?
It felt normal. I knew I put the work in with everyone from the team, and I felt like if I didn't get that belt, it would just be quite. I don't know. I knew I was going to get the belt. I put the work in. It was more. I don't know. I didn't really care about the belt, if I'm being honest. It just looks cool. That's about it.
How did you feel about the tournament format?
Oh, I liked it. It was quite good because I knew I'd do good under pressure, and it's a lot of pressure. So I felt like that was my advantage, and that's it. Yeah, I need to keep this interview PG. I just went home. I just came back home. First thing my mom said was, "Well done," and you should stop swearing on your interview afterwards. Right, bollocking. Not even a well done for your fight, double champ. I mean, champ. She was like, "Stop swearing in your fight."
But that's good parenting. That is good parenting.
And Jordan, welcome.
Hey, how you doing? You right?
Congratulations on your big win as well.
Thank you very much.
How did it feel?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it's a little bit premature having a title fight in your third fight, but it's not like not to put myself down or anything, but it's not a major promotion like the Cage Warriors, like what Nick and Yuki have obviously done. But yeah, it felt good. That's a night that I'll always remember. Do you know what I mean? It was my first belt, my first real trophy, should we say? So I'll keep it with me always. It's over there on the wall.
Oh. And I watched that fight on. Somebody was holding the phone and doing a Facebook Live. I think I watched your fight and Nick's fight like that. So yeah, I'm glad that you're putting them out there for people.
Yeah.
And you're one of the ones still working. There's 20 of us that we're hoping to have on today, but some people are still working. You seem to have a lot of key workers between you, and you're a firefighter. Tell me what it's like still working during this crazy time.
At the moment, it's pretty tough. It's busy. Normally on a night shift, you might get a few hours sleep in bed, but we've had a lot of fires and things recently. Obviously, there's not many people on the roads, but unfortunately, given the current climate, people can't afford their businesses or their car finance and things like that, so they're going up in flames. That's the way people are finding solutions for this. They're trying to claim on insurance. So yeah, we're up all night putting out cars and other business fires.
Oh, scary! That's part of this that I didn't even think about.
Yeah, it's not good.
Everything. Right, let me go to some questions that have come through because I did see a good one. One for all of you.
Wow.
Who's the biggest diva in the team?
Nick.
Definitely Jordan.
Olga, who's the biggest diva?
I'm thinking.
Olga, you don't want the smoke. I'm just telling you now, you don't want the smoke.
Because you know who I'm going to answer. You know that.
Nathaniel.
You said Daniel.
Depends if we're talking current active fighters or coaches as well.
You can include anyone on the team.
It's Brad.
Brad.
Diva. It's what do you class diva?
if you come
Matthew's
late,
back
you
says
get
Jordan's looking heavy.
Thanks.
And Brad, Kev wants to know if it's true you steal cream eggs from shops.
Not anymore. Not this current climate. No, I'm actually like, more cream. I've actually been on a bit of a diet. I'm trying to get myself in some kind of shape.
Do you know I was talking
Round
to
is a shape.
A different shape from being square like I'm always am.
Round is also a shape, Brad.
Good.
You're in shape.
I was talking to Molly and she said that every time she goes into Tesco, I'm actually outing her online now, sorry Molly, but she said that she nicks a protein bar every time she goes to Tesco, and I'm like, that must be a fighter thing because Brad nicks cream eggs every time he goes anywhere.
I'm not gonna lie, there's many times I've walked around Tesco's and like I'm hungry and I'm doing my shopping and I'm like, I'm just gonna eat this and I'll eat it before I get to the checkout.
What
Sorry,
is that, a whole roast chicken?
not as bad as that. That's something that Nick would do.
Look at it.
Nick is looking hench.
And also, to be honest, that's something what Yuki would do because he's a student. You know, he's trying to find every little edge here and there. You know, he's probably going to be stealing dog food.
Wait, I actually unintentionally stole some honey the other day from Tesco's.
Some onions.
Unintentionally.
Some honey. Yeah, I was
Honey.
shopping and I put it in my pocket because I didn't have enough space in my
your pocket?
hands. Yeah, and then I forgot to take it out of the till, so I just walked out with it.
So you went back to the shop when you found out, right? And you gave him the money, yeah?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they
Yeah.
apologize, the fact that you put it in your pocket because you had nowhere else to put it probably wouldn't have flown with them. Does the team know about Brad's antique fire engine collection? And what's the worst purchase they've ever made?
What? I never heard about this.
Did you see the?
Wait, how much was it? How much was it again?
Was it like 75
Okay, what it
quid or
was-
something?
I think everyone here must have seen or not, but when I was in Krasnodar for ACA, on the way back in the airport, I wanted to get my buddy a present. So I just grabbed the present, which is a little fire engine like this big, right? And I'm like, I'll grab that, that'll be fine. How much is that? And it also is in Russian money. And I just gave him my card, and had no clue. Started getting onto the plane. I went to Brian Essie, how much is this? And he was like, oh, about £75. I was like, what? So I bought like a little toy truck, which is literally just buried upon other toys at the moment. It's literally the toy. It's in the toy graveyard, and it cost me £72. Buddy, do you have that? Do you have that train engine I got you? No, I mean, sorry, the fire truck.
Yes, but I'm concentrating on this game.
He's concentrating on the game.
It's clearly very important to him, but I thought the best thing of that whole post was Hannah Lacey then looked it up on Amazon and it was 12 quid on there.
I know. Thank
It
you.
wasn't even like a unique like Russian. And Kev said, have you left your drive-by days in the past?
Tell Kev to do one. Tell Kev to get away.
What's that about?
Who's Kev anyway?
When I was young and I was bored in the summer like this, I went and done drive-bys with a BB gun.
Jesus Christ, Brad.
Why am I not surprised?
And I got into a lot of trouble. Even though it was a toy BB gun, I got into a lot of trouble. I was 19 years of age. So.
Not even I would do something that stupid.
Oh, Yuki, please.
You would probably.
No. That's so irresponsible.
You probably did it. I'm pretty sure you have, yeah.
How bad does one of those hurt if it hits you?
Oh, actually, I have done. Oh, sorry.
It's not BB guns. It can hurt a little bit, I guess, but not too much. It's not like a pellet gun. It's a BB.
It still hurts.
It's soft.
I did,
Well,
but Brad,
this
but
is
I
after
did that when I was 17, not 19, and I grew out of it.
Right.
But-
Amar's joining us now. And
Oh,
also,
that's so cool that you did it, Brad. That's so funny.
The
That's
worst
something
thing
that-
is, not even joking, when I did it, it was at the sort of time when there was, I think up in Scotland, where a guy went into a school and shot people or something like that.
Yeah.
So I got really badly done for it. Right? I know it's only like an air pistol, like a soft air. I went to Crown Court and everything. It's like they really went. Ended up with 100,
Rob.
I ended up with 120 hours community service.
wow. So you have got a criminal record as well.
This is how bad it sounds. My criminal record says I have 2 accounts of two accounts of assault with imitation firearm with the tentacle fear of life. How bad does that sound?
Yeah, it
And I
sounds
just
pretty
dropped
serious.
my coach is a criminal.
Terrorist, man.
My coach is.
Amar and Rob. Rob, you look like you're sunbathing somewhere.
First time I've used this, I don't got a clue what I'm doing. If I'm honest. So,
Someone's
Rob,
brought
what are you
red-
doing?
There's some red kind of.
no, this is Indian red. It's Indian red. No, Indian red.
Are you naked? That's a bit sick, Rob. Put your clothes on. Come on.
Sorry, I just did a head. That's closer. Is that right? Yeah.
Always hair.
You burnt people.
I'm not burnt this. I told you it's Indian red. It's all right.
I feel anxiety
Indian
that you're going to
sunset,
get burnt while we're doing the interview.
It's all right. This ain't ginger skin, I swear. We're good.
How are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. It looks beautiful where you are. What part of the country are you doing this from?
Canterbury and Kent. Yeah.
Oh, you're in Canterbury, Rob. I'm in Canterbury as well.
Oh, is it? Sweet. Whereabouts?
Yeah. What? Just
I'm on the outskirts,
Canterbury.
mate. I'm in the posh part, Alsham.
I'm just.
And
Even this is
Emma,
my
how
villa.
are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How you doing, Katie? You all right?
I'm good, yeah. It's actually gone a bit more smoothly than I was thinking it was going to go.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, everyone's on now, isn't it? I hope everyone's good.
on, yeah. It's going well, going well. So where are you joining us from?
Tolworth, so near Kingston, London. Yeah.
Excellent. And do you miss these guys as well? How long has it been since you've seen them?
It's been a long time, to be honest. So I think I stopped training just about 2 weeks even before the quarantine, well, even before the lockdown started. Yeah, I had to give my car in for repairs, and I still haven't got it back, so I'm stuck at home.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Well, when are you gonna get your dog?
Well, he's supposed to be here today, so I'm getting American Bully. He's supposed to be here today, but I think there was some issues with the shipment, so I think he should be here on Monday. So I'm
You're
excited
getting a
for that.
Shipment.
Yeah,
Where are you getting
he's
it from?
coming from Romania.
America.
No, Romania.
As long as it's not Wuhan.
Oi, let's all have a dog fight.
Oh, that'd be
Mine is
cool.
gonna win.
Hold on. Money's on Bonnie.
Don't mess with
Mum?
mine. She already killed a couple.
Money's on Bonnie.
I'm still surprised she's here.
Where's my cat?
you got Olga.
Yes, Bonnie.
Go.
Go on, Bon. Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie doesn't look like she wants to fight anyone. She's a lover.
My dog will beat Bonnie.
No.
This is
I haven't seen her outside.
This is actually how Yuki first.
Yeah, but at least I knock people out with that. That's what.
So has everyone here got a dog?
Yeah, I got
No,
two.
I don't.
No dogs, yeah.
Yeah, Nick is a dog himself. He doesn't need a dog.
That's true.
Nick just attracts the dogs.
I attract ladies.
Is this true? Did you bust your nose
Ladies.
on community service? I thought you did it playing basketball.
At community service.
Oh. Community service.
Bloody hell, I bet this is Kev. He's like literally trying to like tell my whole life story. But what it was, I was doing the community service for that shooting people, like I said, right, with a BB gun. I was supposed to be painting the wall in the primary school, and I got a little bit bored. And I thought I'd play basketball, and I broke my nose.
Oh,
Were
gee.
you playing basketball by yourself?
Yeah.
That's quite gangster to break your own nose. I assumed you were playing with other people.
Yeah, he's an OG for sure.
OG, yeah.
Well, I don't know what this means. Juggling taxi, car champ. No.
Sorry, what?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Mike's joining us. Juggling taxi. I don't even know who that was for. So Daniel Mann sent that. Daniel, let us know what you meant by that. Hi, Mike.
Yo.
Yes, Mike.
Yes, Mike.
Uncle Mike.
Yes, Mike.
Yes,
That's
Mike.
like a hairy thing. What you saying,
Wait,
cuz?
Mike, let's see your hair, fam. Let's see your hair.
Eddie
I'm
Murphy.
trying
You
to-
wear a
Eddie
hat in my
Murphy.
life.
Drop that hat. Come on.
Oh,
Come on, Mike.
Let's go,
the
Mike.
hat's
Take the
not
hat
coming
off.
off.
Come on.
The hat stays.
Really
Bruv.
long.
All you lot are getting is the goatee.
Oh,
Let's see that hat and let's see that belly.
I'm in shape. I'm in
Let's
shape.
have a look. What shape are
What
you?
shape? What shape?
Come on, we stay in shape. We stay in shape.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
come. No,
We
Mike,
stay
that's a
in
bit.
shape.
Lit.
That looks a bit heavy still.
Heavy. It is heavy. But we move. How's everyone?
I'm all
You're
good.
I'm good.
Good.
Do I
Good,
have to
mate.
flick through? Do I have to flick through to see everyone's faces?
Yeah.
I think there's only one more
On your
person.
phone
Do you
you
think
do,
left or right?
Ah, okay. Okay. Rob, you're looking like
that's
you're on
that
the
works.
beach.
Yeah, that's me, mate. I'm in my private villa.
You're looking like you're on the beach in
Joining.
Spain.
Hard life. This lockdown's really hard, mate.
It doesn't look it. It does not look it. It does not look hard. I'm trying to
Enjoying it,
see
mate.
everyone's faces. Hey, you lot bear with me for a second. I'm trying to see everyone.
You can get four
Mike.
people on at a time.
Yeah, you can only get 4, right?
No,
Yes, I
you-
think Wesley's on now.
Yeah, I
as
can
well.
get
Yes,
4 on
You're
the
Wesley.
on an
screen.
iPad, Brad, so it's different for you.
Oh yeah, Brad, you got some big iPads though.
If you've got any more questions for the guys, just drop it in the comments. There's loads of you watching, which is great.
Wes has just turned up.
Yeah, I think this is joining.
Yes, Wesley Maya.
Yes,
Lonnie.
I'm here.
Where's Wes? Say hi,
There
Wes.
he is. Yes, Wes.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
No.
How you doing?
No.
How'd you guess that one?
I'm good. I'm good. And you guys?
Really good, thank you. I'm so impressed everyone's joined with audio.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Lonnie.
I see Lonnie and Charlotte.
Ah, the power couples here.
The power couple of MMA.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
I'm wondering
Sweet.
We're
who's
good.
Good, bro. How you doing?
who's been beating up who first?
She beats me up all the time. I'm just a beast.
Charlotte, you've just come back from doing your stuff in the army. Like, what's it like to pass out? Or I'm not sure of the terminology. What do they say?
Oh, it is actually pass out. It's commissioning. So yeah, now I'm an officer. But to be honest, it's actually pretty nice just to come back. I'm going to be working from home. And obviously having this one here means I actually get a train. So everyone else, while they're like hitting a bag, and I think Nathaniel got like a midget dummy. I've actually got this dummy to roll with. So yeah, I'm actually quite blessed.
So jealous right now, Charlotte.
I didn't try to get slewed.
So are you guys training?
It is really good. And we're lucky to have each other.
All right.
That's joining in as
Pretty
well.
That just
That's sideways.
That just sideways.
I'm sideways.
Lad, you're 17.
Oh, virgins are not allowed.
Huh? What do
No
you say?
versions in the group chat.
Here's the thing. Can I just say I'm the best dressed here, and I'm the youngest. Can I just say that? I actually
Best
pulled out.
dressed? In what?
You're wearing jeans in the
No. It's a college shirt, and it's a college shirt, and it's.
You're the best dressed in tracksuit, yeah? How's that work out? Yeah?
I think Rob's the best dressed, man.
I'm the best dressed.
I know.
Different style, you guys don't
Rob's
understand. You'll catch up.
Dad, have you got earphones in?
Headphones, yeah. It's not connected.
We've just got an echo.
I
That's
can hear the
all.
echoing. Who is it?
Let me. I'll
Someone's
fix it.
speaker, yeah.
I'll fix it.
You're also sideways. I don't know why.
Am I?
That's it. You're good now.
Oh my God, are you a technophobe?
No.
Val, you turn the camera.
He's like 16 years of age. You're 14
Even Brad
I'm
got it right.
sorry. Who uses Zoom?
Oh.
Right now, everybody.
We use House Party.
Yeah, House Party. That's the one.
Oh yeah, you guys.
This is mad.
Maybe somebody on Facebook can let me know if the echo's still there.
Yes, Brad.
Welcome, Vad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I've been keeping shape. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Good to see you again.
Half the crew are doing it topless.
Half the people are doing this topless.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to make people feel insecure, so I'll just leave my shirt on.
Vi, you've been spending too much time with Yuki. You started to sound like him.
Okay, then I apologize, everybody. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. Let me see if
Let's see if it's better without. I think it is actually. I think it's working better without them.
No.
So, Bane, you were saying it's a good job we're doing this to help Bane increase his followers.
Is Bunny on?
That was so rude of you to say that.
I haven't checked the numbers.
nice talk.
I think you've definitely got more than him before you.
Bit of advertisement, Brad. Go on. You look better in the mask, mate. You look better in the mask, mate.
When can we expect to see you fight again? Because it feels like it's been way too long.
Sorry, what's that?
I was saying to Mike, when are we going to see you back?
Oh my God.
Hopefully as soon as this lockdown is over. Hopefully as soon as this lockdown is done.
Keeping it PG.
Oh dear.
I think it's been like 3 or 4 months since I've seen Brad's ass, and I'm really it's creeping me out to say that out loud.
And we ain't missed it.
Buddy.
Definitely rather see that, Brad.
Review, so people watching, let me know if this looks better. We've got a few people who are concerned for you, Bob, about getting sunburned.
I'm good. I'm going to be fat to 50 on. Hang on, there we go.
Sorry, people.
Jeez.
How about that?
Are Charlotte and Lonnie the only people who can train with like a partner? Is anyone else able to spar?
Nah, nothing.
No, me and Nick were
I have been
sparring
training.
just
Yeah,
a week
I've been
ago.
training.
Yeah, I've been training my brother, so that counts.
Are you in the gym, Olga? You're back to being in the gym?
Not in the gym. I've been to my coach's Moshik's house. I've been training with the Italian baby boys. So we both signed with Bellator, so we kind of train together.
Buddy doesn't look like a
Social distancing. Social distancing.
So yeah, so you're able to spar again over.
Not sparring, but drilling, working out in the garage.
Are you aiming to be on the first Bellator card after this is over? If you're able to start training again now, then hopefully you'll be ready.
Well, I'm staying in really top shape, so the moment the corona like disappears, hopefully soon. So I hope to be on the first card. Don't care what it is. I'll take anything.
Yeah. And Brad, what's your plan for getting everybody? Obviously, they're staying in peak physical fitness. Hopefully, while this is going on, like as you were talking about yourself, you just need a few weeks to sharpen up, like sparring wise. Do you aim to just get them all on the first cards that are going again when things are over?
Well, that would be the plan. Obviously, everyone here is either professional or they're amateurs, but they're trained professionally because they're under my sort of guidance. So people should be using this time wisely. And when we do this does end and we do come back into the gym, they should have some regular sort of fitness, you know. So and we're just gonna, and then obviously you do know straight away when shows start happening. It's gonna be tricky, I think, because we have so many fighters, but there's so many fighters out there. Everyone's gonna be fighting. Everyone's gonna be probably gonna be fights. On the show, so people are gonna have to fight each other outside. Get on the show. But yes, it's gonna be tricky. But
like an MMA purge.
I obviously will try my best to get ASAP. But first fight, everyone's gonna have are with each other in the gym.
Yeah. Also, first training session back.
People.
First training session back, yeah, guys. I don't want anyone to gas out. I want all the smoke. First wrestling session back, Mike. You, Mike. I don't want you huffing and puffing. I don't want you huffing and puffing. I'm telling you. First session back.
We don't get tired. When am I known for that?
All the
Come on, guys, it'll be that towards
I got
it.
the smoke.
Yuki has been chatting so much, more so than ever, it's because he just won this belt. He's been writing checks that his body can't cash.
But that's Yuki. That's Yuki. That's normal. That is normal.
You mean like that comment on Instagram?
I'm saying, I'm legit. Like with Ash's motivation, every morning first session back. I'm gonna be like a horse.
What training you done?
Yuki, what was today's motivation? Let us know.
Hang on, there's a really bad echo. Can anyone who's not talking just mute themselves?
Yeah.
Hit the button to mute yourself and then just turn it on when you're talking, just to avoid the echo. That's the advice I've just been given.
The exercise I've done today is walk the dog.
You've walked the dog.
Yeah, walked. That's my exercise for today.
That's what you got motivated to do.
Exercise your mouth.
Yeah.
So, a question for everyone: who's the best to watch? The best pair to watch sparring?
Oh,
I should answer that because no one else. Technically, no one should be watching anyone else.
Spar. Real.
But for me,
probably myself, if I'm being honest.
For me personally, a real fun one. There's a few fun ones, right?
Shalom.
I'm gonna go just because of recent sort of times as well. It's gonna be Lonnie and Nathaniel when Nathaniel was getting ready for Dodson. Lonnie and Nathaniel went at it hard.
Oh yeah.
I was they went at it pretty good. So at the moment, but I'll be honest, as in like, because I go around watching all the sparring, all these guys go at it really hard, and even like someone like when we get someone coming in from another gym, sometimes that's when you see some sparks fly. Like some people like
name names.
I'm
still waiting to listen to my name. I'm still waiting to listen to my name, bro. Come on.
Hey, Wesley No Chill Maya. That's what we call it. Wesley No Chill. Wesley's got no chill.
Wesley killed.
Michael, you might can't wait.
Wesley's got zero chill.
Yeah.
Ollie, did you enjoy that sparring with Nathaniel?
What was that?
Did you enjoy the sparring with Nathaniel?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've missed punching all of you guys in the face.
Oh,
It's been so long. But yeah, definitely.
Lordy.
We miss you. We
You're
miss
a midget.
Boy is a fucking Q.
Midget.
Killer. Killer.
You called me a midget? Whoa.
Hey, Lonnie, have you been watching Nathaniel's Instagram?
No.
You see that he's got a dummy the same size as you.
Wait, hang on.
He's training to be up Lonnie.
He's grappling with the same sort of size dummy as you.
I'm taller than you are, Brad.
Hey.
Right, Yuki, a question for you. What did you spend your 50 quid fight of the night bonus on?
KFC.
The bargain bucket.
KFC.
I actually did. I had like after the fight, I had like 30 to 60 wings. Just
What
hot
was
wings.
KFC still open?
Sorry, no, it wasn't KFC, but it was fried chicken. They're all the same.
Okay.
So true, man.
How much
So
did you
true.
buy a dog?
All the
Yuki, how
same.
much did you buy a dog?
Sorry,
How much did you buy a dog for?
that's personal.
Did you even buy it? Who says he bought it?
Yeah, I stole it. I did a drive-by.
Did a drive-by.
You
Okay,
shot
now
the owner.
to all of you. Who's got the best dress sense? And where's
Me.
the
Oh, look at this.
Look at this outfit.
The best
I always think Mike's very smart.
Yuki skip leg day.
Mike's very smart.
Yuki skip
I
leg
think-
day.
Maybe on my laptop.
And who hates sparring each other? Does anyone hate sparring each other?
Yeah, I hate sparring Lonnie. He's a little midget and he's so quick. It's like batting a fly.
Every time.
That's true.
You can tell when you get getting ready for a fight.
Every time
he's getting ready for a fight.
Lonnie's like, Yuki, pair up. I'm like, fuck off. I need to stop swearing.
Wesley, did you just say that's
Hey,
true?
what are you wearing,
Did you
Yuki?
say weight class?
Sorry? What?
Did you just say that's true? Or is it not you? I'm going mad. I thought you were like, that's true. And I was like, I thought you were in the same weight class.
You know, I eat Pringles every day, so yeah, it's always in shape. Pringles, ice cream, and
I'm not gonna lie. This quarantine, Pringles has got me free. Pringles has got me free, Wesley.
Mike, how much you weighing now?
Oh, that's classified.
Weight check.
Yeah, weight check.
Everyone
it
individually
just
go
says
around
heavy. It just says heavy.
This is heavy.
Everyone's gone quiet.
But you know, the
Anyone want to
fitness
say how much
is
they weigh?
always there.
I'm about 63. I'm about fine. I'm exactly where I
Oh,
need to be.
Vlad, shut up.
Yeah, I'm about 63.
Exactly where I need to be. I can't even see your jawline. I can't even see. Where is it?
to be honest, I think just me, Loner, and then Vlad is on shape on this quarantine. All these guys.
This is true. This is
Oh,
true.
Yuki, you don't want to be showing off.
You guys don't put on weight.
Brad's getting excited. He went for a 10K run this morning.
You guys don't put on weight.
You guys don't put on weight.
I've lost weight. I weigh 70 kilos.
Has anyone lost weight in lockdown?
I wish.
How?
I have time to train myself.
Not yet. Maybe
Oh,
after
I
Ramadan.
see.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Right, we did. Everybody who's not talking needs to mute. Just
We're all talking. That's the problem.
I know. You're on and off when you talk.
No problem.
Most up until today, I've only ever had 3 people, including myself, on. So it was a bit of a risk, but it's going well. But you don't all have to mute at the same time, though. And there'll be no.
Can't win, can we?
We're getting it done. We're getting it done.
Also, I'd like to apologize for the lack of a trim on everybody's part. I would just want to say
Everybody?
this doesn't.
You
I got my trim.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
Hey, I apologize on my part.
Come
too.
on.
Hey, Jordan's looking
People
fresh.
cutting their own hair.
Yeah, I
How's
did my
your,
own hair.
Cutting their hair.
how's your beard
Yeah,
coming?
Jordan's looking fresh.
You
That's
got done
good, that's good.
today, 2 hours ago.
Still want to see under the
Hey,
see Mike's
Jordan.
hat. Take your hat off, Mike.
Nah,
Rob, you're giving me the you have
Yeah,
to
Mike,
vibes.
Mike,
You
you
give
get
me my hair. I don't even trust myself to cut it.
Say that hat off, it
Jordan.
opens up.
Mike, take that hat off.
Cut it.
Mike,
Come
take
on,
that
Eddie
hat off,
Murphy.
please, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
You look like an uncle.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, what's that? What's that? What? Take the hat off? Nah, the hat stays.
Yeah.
Yes,
The hat stays.
Murphy,
It comes up, everyone's screenshotting me.
I'm not even cutting my own hair.
somebody's asked you all your dream destination or venue to fight at.
the gym.
The gym.
Nobody wants to fight at MSG or anything.
Nah,
I
I
think
don't really care.
MGM
Bigger
will
the
be the
better.
one.
See my one. I feel like
Madison
my
Square
one's quite.
Garden.
I
Circus
feel like
Tavern.
my one's quite simple.
Where is it, Mike?
The
Back
O2
garden.
It's,
Arena.
oh yeah, O2 Arena. O2 Arena, because obviously I used to work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Obviously I used to work there, so it's like coming from ground up, working to selling it out. So mine is always going to be O2.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Even
for
though
me.
it's down the road and I'm there like every week
Yeah.
at the quarantine.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I
Oh,
can't
you
wait. for
fought
it.
in the O2 before.
Nah, Indigo.
Indigo.
No? Yeah. That's the last time I saw you was there.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, going to the big one, that will be iconic. When I first fought in Indigo, it felt like a big thing, but the main O2, that's the dream.
Yeah. Amazing. And obviously you fought there, Brad.
Oh yeah.
It was. I'll be honest. It was an amazing. When I first made my UFC debut, I made it in Birmingham, which was it was brilliant to make it in front of UK fans. And then my next fight in UK saw in the UFC was Nottingham, where I knocked out Egypt with an uppercut. So that was great as well, but it wasn't London. But then I think I made my flyweight debut against Neil Steele in the O2. That's the first time I fought in the O2. And that, for me, that was an amazing experience, like just 18,000 people. And then going to the end of my career, retiring in the O2 in front of everyone, that was awesome. I mean, for me, in my career, I kind of achieved what I wanted to do and fought where I wanted to fight. It's obviously, when I was started fighting, I wanted to fight in Vegas, obviously. So I fought in Vegas multiple times, but my first fight was in the WEC, which was awesome. There's only one place that I didn't get to fight. I'd love to have fought. It was Japan. Yeah, I would love to have fought. Yeah,
Definitely, I want to fight Japan.
And I would love to fought in Japan and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been there a few times. I've cornered Kyoji Horiguchi out there, and that made me love it even more. I'm like, oh my god, it's just amazing.
Why?
Ryzen, it was just when I went to Ryzen, how the whole production and how they fought in a ring. And me personally, I think I would fight much better within a ring, which is easier to cut people off. My sort of fighting style. I would have loved to fight it in a ring in Japan, but it never happened. But now, if I came back into fighting, it'd be that new T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. That looks amazing. The new one they're using. That looks like a fantastic.
I've sat on the back row there, and it's still an amazing view. Like I don't know how they just make the atmosphere so cool in there. That is a really good venue, but I guess it's always going to be your like home crowds that give you that kind of feeling. And like your retirement fight, obviously a really emotional week, and like all the little things that happened along the way, and them giving you the newspaper and stuff with all the messages in and all of that. Did you feel emotional going to your walkout for that fight, or did it hit you afterwards and before, and you just switched off for that bit?
It was actually quite weird. I was emotional throughout my whole training camp because it was weird. There was a lot of lasts, you know, like this is the last training camp. This is the last time I'm going to go to American top team and train for a fight camp. There's a lot. I mean, there's so many. I haven't been back out to American top team since me retiring. So because I'm so busy and it's hard to justify, see you later, wife and kids, I'm going to go to America. So it's quite kind of hard. So I also knowing this, it made a lot of things hard for me, a lot of laughs, a lot of this and stuff like that. You know? So, and then also that week, and when they gave me that newspaper, mate, I was it was very emotional week for me, you know. And even like win, lose, draw, whatever, the whole experience was like, you know, amazing. If I could give anyone any sort of advice, obviously none of these guys, because they've got plenty of futures ahead of them, but if you can announce your retirement before you retire, and everyone knows this is what it's going to be, it's brilliant because you kind of you have a fight where you're celebrating your career and it's a send off, rather than fighting and then retiring afterwards. Because most people, when they do retire, they retire through injury or getting sacked and all that. So it's nice for me to have the opportunity to retire on my terms and put my hat down in the middle of the octagon, which is a special moment.
That was why I really thought that you were one of the very few people who was going to stick to their MMA retirement, because I knew that, like, with the whole going out to ATT and like just how much you were putting into it and how much you put into saying goodbye to everyone, and how much you were kind of, I didn't think you would be that emotional and that final about it if you weren't really going to go through with it. And then you obviously nearly came back for the ACB fight.
I'm glad that didn't happen as well. Yeah, I really didn't. I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I'm glad that never came through. I would never compete again in MMA 1,000%, no matter what money or anything like that. I may compete in other things like a grappling competition or even a bit of bare knuckle, whatever. Like you're never. It's hard to stop the competitive person inside me. But now I feel that I have a duty for other people now to help them fulfill what I have. So like I'm not that selfish to think about myself all the time, you know. So I have to be a little bit more. So it's my job now to try and help these young whippersnappers achieve something.
Yeah. Well, like you said, there's so few people that do it on their own terms. That's why I, you know, could see that you've kind of moved on mentally. That, you know, it takes so much to be a coach, doesn't it?
It does. It's like having 40 kids.
Yeah.
And if you don't have kids, it's tough as it is. So I got kids and I got kids, you know. But to be honest, it's very challenging, but also very rewarding. Like I win multiple times a month. When one of my fights win, I win. So like when I'm not just wearing a belt, like I'm wearing belts, you know, like so like it is very rewarding for me coaching a good team. And I've always been about a team and building some sort of team environment and doing stuff as a team. And when I have my own gym up and running, I'll be doing like regular things like going go-karting, going paintball and stuff like that. We do have some what I call tight-knitted people within the team anyway, do their own things outside, but I would definitely like to do more team things and building a team and building like a family, because I do feel that is, I've said it throughout my career, like you say, you fight individually, but you train as a team, and I think creating a strong team environment is very important for your success.
Strong team. I just wanted to welcome David, Shane and Bain, who've just joined us. Bain, I don't think your audio is connected yet, but welcome. It's so nice to see you guys. amazed how many we've
up?
got on. How are you? How are you, Shane?
I'm good, thanks. All good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
Shane.
I'm less stressed than I thought I'd be at 3:38. We've got most of you on. How are you, David?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just enjoying this lockdown. Stuck at home.
The
Look
last
like
time
you're
I saw
enjoying
you
a bit
was
too
after your
much.
win at Cage Rose Academy. Are you still
Fucking
Nah,
gonna
bro, I'm still slim.
Oh,
Is it so? This is the first time you guys have all seen each other.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
quite a few
Yeah, for
people
me.
here to chat to them.
Who misses who the most, do you reckon?
What's that?
Who misses who the most?
Who misses me the most? Everyone should miss me.
Okay, if you could have.
Oh, I miss punching Brad.
Oh, I miss Poppy.
Oh, hi, Poppy.
Oh, I miss Vad because he's my little bitch.
Oh, somebody's feeling brave.
Vlad, to be fair, Vlad is a little bitch. We just slap him up.
oh.
These guys are
Who's
just
missing
salty
who
'cause
the
I take
most?
it back every time. So it's just they're salty, and I just,
Vlad, you're like 57 kg.
which it makes it more embarrassing when I do take it
I'm not gonna
back.
believe that.
Huh? Okay.
Oh. Okay, another question. If you could have a team versus team matchup night, which team would you pick to go up against in the UK and in the world?
Fuck London shoot.
Your mum's gonna kill you, Yuki.
Well,
I'll go for
Hope she's not
ATT.
watching it.
Who would you go for, ATT?
AKA.
ATT.
And not, obviously,
ATT.
me personally, if you want to be serious, it would be sort of a team like London Shoot because they're one of the best teams within this country. So you'd always want to, as all my my competitors here, but they always like to challenge themselves. So you rather fight against a good team and get some good matchups. And we actually do a bit of sparring with London Shoot as well. Yes,
And
probably says that as well. She
Yeah, she agrees.
Sparring.
What is that noise? Sounds like somebody's drinking. Hi, Bang. We've got you on now. How are you?
Fanny, how you doing? Are you right?
Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, really good. Where's you?
There's Wesley munching on Oreos.
Wesley, my guy.
Wesley.
Protein.
Where's the Pringles, mate?
Go team. Handsome over.
Wes, I love you.
That was a Oreos protein. Hey, Nick. Sorry, guys.
I thought
Wes, I
that was
love you.
fine there, Brad.
Oh.
Jumping out the
We knew
closet.
that.
Wes, you're the best.
Don't tell to my wife, Nick.
Don't tell me about. Oh,
I'm still pissed about your wife, man.
About what?
She gets in the way of me and Wes.
I thought it was Wes and Zach.
Oh.
Where's gets
Wes-
about?
Where's my
No.
man?
What the hell did I miss?
Listen. Zach was a.
Question comes up all the time,
Zach
Brad.
was a
I'm sure
warm-up.
you've answered it before. If you could change one rule in MMA, what would you change?
Headbutts.
Who said that?
Headbutts.
Fighting.
Allow the headbutts.
Who's that? Who's me?
Yeah, what rule would you change?
Groin strike.
If you want me to be honest, I'll strip away as many rules as we have. I preferred fighting for as real as it was back in the old days when it was pride. Obviously, nothing like eye gouging or groin strikes and like that. But for me, you should be able to kick on the floor. For me, a fight's a fight. So
Spit on him as
I
well.
would
Yeah.
like to take more rules away, if that made sense.
What
I
about
would bring.
kicks to the head?
I think there's a show coming up that's doing that though. I think Andy DeVent up in Manchester's running that type of
Yeah, I
rule
heard.
set.
Yeah.
Sparta
Really?
Fight Night. I think he's starting it for when all this is finished. So
They're also I was going to do some commentary on a show in Poland called War Tour, which does bare knuckle MMA.
It's got everything in that, hasn't it?
It's a bit violent.
Yeah, so it's just kind of stripping back. For me, the purest side of fighting is the less rule set you can have. You know, so that is the purest form of fighting. But obviously, you do have some rules which are like a bit silly. I mean, which makes, well, not silly, that makes sense. You don't want to eye poke, groin strike, gouge, that sort of stuff. Bite, obviously.
All right, can someone else have a go at answering the question, please?
Oh,
I would like to bring back the kicks to the head of a grounded opponent. I would like them kicks.
Are you up for soccer kicks to the head?
Yeah. And that 12 to 6 elbow. Yeah, that's still fine.
Yeah, the 12 to 6 elbow ones is just stupid to me.
They let you do that in one, don't they?
Yeah, I think they let a lot more.
You want to know an interesting fact? The 12 to 6 elbow was introduced. That rule was back in the day with the American Commission. They saw people breaking watermelons with this and thought this was too much of a dangerous move to have in MMA. So that's why they banned that elbow, which is so stupid. Because what says that's worse than that? You know, it's one of those stupid old rules. It makes no sense. But what it was is because they saw people breaking watermelons and bricks and wood with a downward elbow.
As someone who's taught using UFC gloves and cage and other gloves outside of UFC, Brad, do you think their gloves are quite behind the times? Luke Rockhold said the other night that he thinks they put your hand in a weird position, which like leaves it open.
He likes to bitch about everything, to be honest. But no, I think the UFC gloves are okay. But the best MMA glove that I've ever put on, I never fought in it, was a Rising glove. You know, there was
Brad,
just
say you believe it, achieve it.
But for me, honestly, the best glove is this.
Hey, it's not a glove.
That's your hand.
Yeah, that's your hand, Brad. That's your hand. That's not a glove.
Come on, Brad. Come
It's
on.
got hit too much time.
You shot yourself in the foot.
He probably thinks he wears a helmet on the head as well.
In the scary position. Bane, one of the first videos I saw on your Instagram was a video when you were holding pads for Will Curry, and you were like the importance of communication. And he thought going for a head kick when you were holding them from a body shot, and you just went across the gym.
Yeah, so won't forget that in a hurry. Definitely. I'll tell you what, give it me due. Do you know what? It was so unexpected. To be fair, I've been friends with Will since he was young, so a few years now. So it was never nothing malicious. He's not. I don't think he'd throw.
You could see his face as soon as he did it. He was gutted.
Oh yeah, straight after he's apologetic. It's never like. That's why I took it on the chin. It's not something I was really.
Literally.
Literally, you had no choice.
No choice. There was no choice. He left me with no choice. Yeah, that's the best thing to say. But other than that, he's a friend. So, like I said, choose the pun, take it on the chin.
Oh, friends.
You have to there.
Oh, I like friends.
So I was
It's the man on lockdown with Yuki. He's in the quarantine.
But I'm not though, am I? Where is he?
Where are you?
He's in the other room. That's where he is. He's just in the other bedroom.
He's in Kent.
He's in the bedroom.
He got sent home. Yuki had enough.
So do you guys normally live together?
No,
me and Nick
like friends. He gave him a little phone call. He was like, "Oh, it's lockdown. Can I stay with you?" And Yuki was all over it.
Me and Nick, we were just training together in this lockdown. Unlike some
Taking
people.
what?
We were just training.
Oh, right. We said taking. We said taking.
Lots of grappling, yeah?
Oh, this is trading.
Taking turns taken.
Why is this version still in the group?
Yeah, wait, lad.
Me? Oh my days. Yeah, so. Yes.
Okay, so another question for you all. Who's the GOAT?
Me.
Apart from Artem, who's the GOAT of MMA?
Yuki.
Definitely Brad Pickett.
Yeah, Brad
Yuki,
Pickett.
GBCT.
Frozen, so I don't think he can hear you at the moment. If
Yeah.
You want to say someone
It's
else?
kind of refreshing. You better get your words in now.
Dad, who's the GOAT for you?
The GOAT for me, I'd say currently would be Demetrius Johnson, just because obviously that's my division and stuff. If I somehow came to a day where he's still competing, that's definitely still someone I'd love to fight. But I think in terms of a mixed martial artist, he has everything. So that's why I think he has everything. So that's why I think.
Have you been watching his fights over in one?
Yeah, yeah. Which is why it's more impressive. But to be fair, it also shows you the competition in one, because they're giving him a challenge more than a lot of the UFC fighters were. So it just shows you that there's a lot of competitors now, a lot around the world that are good.
Yeah, but guess who beat Demetrius Johnson? It was Brad Pickett, which makes him the GOAT MMA match.
Exactly. And who am I training with? Exactly.
The original GOAT, Brad Pickett.
Oh my God, we've got the echo back. Brad's back.
Dan Hardy is the GOAT. Dan Hardy is the GOAT.
Dan Hardy is the GOAT.
Brad, the question was, who is
Don't learn, you kids.
Brad, who's the GOAT for you?
Dan Hardy.
In MMA, yeah.
What? All MMA?
Yeah.
For me, it would be Anderson Silva.
Okay. Even with, for me, I just find the PED stuff makes it difficult for me to pick him. Bad just picked Demetrius Johnson. Obviously, you got that victory over him, which I never think you mentioned enough. You can bring that up again now. How does it feel to have a victory over someone that people often call the GOAT?
I don't know. I don't talk about it much, to be honest. I was
I think my favourite Instagram story of yours ever was when you said that you were telling Buddy all about it, and then he was just passed out in the seat next to you.
Buddy, did you know I beat Demetrius Johnson?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, Buddy's just playing chess right now, aren't you, Buddy?
How many 4-year-olds play chess? That is crazy.
He's in a chess club. He's playing against someone.
Nick, is Tyson Fury the GOAT then?
No, because he's a boxer.
So another question. What's the best MMA lessons you've attended outside of the top team?
Sorry, what was that?
What are the best MMA classes you go to outside of the top team? I know Brad said everyone trains separately in the evening.
I think wrestling is the best session of the week for me.
Oh, in the evening.
Wrestling.
Outside.
Oh God. I think the sound's going a bit doolally now. We're doing well though. We're doing well. But do you train it stronger?
Yeah. So I would have said that stronger as well, because I mean we do have some sessions there in the mornings, which we do in the mornings. But I also train there in the evenings, and I definitely say that I've got a really good relationship with the people there, because that's where I debuted on RSC with Stronger. Yeah. Obviously, that's where I met you. I'd say I get a lot of good training there, and that's why I kind of built my game up. Right? That's why I didn't have no MMA experience, no BJJ, had no MMA experience, and now I'm just putting it all together with GB Top Team as well. So I say yeah.
And you compete in jiu-jitsu as well, don't you? Because I know you've had a match with one of the guys at my gym.
Oh, jiu-jitsu don't even work.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what's this?
If jiu-jitsu was easy, it would be called sambo.
Brad, all those medals.
How long have you
How
been
much did you pay?
Quite a bit of money. Huh? Sorry?
How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu?
To be honest, not too long. This is my 3rd year now. I've been doing MMA. I'd say now, like I've been fighting now for a year. MMA basically. I've been doing jiu-jitsu now for 3 years.
And Shane, what's life in lockdown like for you?
I'm loving it. If you see my Instagram, I'm just doing crazy stuff like daily. I'm actually loving it.
Hey, you can't dance.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm literally loving it.
Where is your chapel,
Say that
mate?
again.
Where is your
Oh, my
sombrero?
sombrero hat's in the.
Yeah, sombrero. Where?
Take it out.
Where is it?
Yeah, I was gonna wear it for this. I should get it.
Please, man.
I'll get someone to pass it over to.
I
But
love
yeah,
that
no,
you've
it's
got
been
your
good.
banner up behind you as well.
Yeah, no, this is how it is in my room, so I got it up.
Very
It's part of my
cool.
wallpaper now.
Very cool. So what's everyone
Thank
else
you.
doing in lockdown to stay kind of sane, I guess?
Just running, training.
Yeah, the exercise helps a lot, man.
Playing with
What
yourself.
more?
Eating.
What more, Yuki?
Oh, no. Gee. Oh, you've got a fan, Olga. Somebody's asking if you're single. Sadly, not. Well, not sadly for her husband, but you're spoken for, aren't you, Olga?
I'm sorry, what?
I said you're spoken for. You've got a fan online asking if you're single.
If I'm single?
Yeah.
Well, definitely not. Definitely not. But thanks, though. Who asked it? Probably Yuki. Yuki sent that. Right now.
Well,
That's single. Let's lose his virginity.
you wish, Olga. You wish. I'm like,
I really want to show you a finger, but I'm not going to do it online.
Guys, I just want to
wanted
put
to
it out
ask you
there.
about your tattoo. You've actually got a tattoo of the One Punch Management on your hand,
yeah.
haven't you? Show it to the camera. That's the logo of a management company. How cute is that?
I had it done just before the title fight. I just
think
felt
you
like
had
it's a
done
nice
after
gesture.
Our interview together, where we got thrown out of that hotel.
I literally told you I'm about to do it. I'm pretty sure you did not believe me. No one did. I actually told Kevin. He was like, no.
Guys,
yeah, but I'm crazy.
I'd just like to put it out there that I am single and I
I'm
ready to mingle, yeah?
Nick,
I'm
show
ready to mingle.
everyone.
Guys, if you
I
have
gave you.
TikTok,
Nick,
follow Nick and you know he's single.
I am single.
Nick, show
Roast
everyone
is
the
real,
haircut I
mate.
gave you.
The haircut.
Nick, show the haircut.
Shout out to my barber, Yuki Dembe.
Boy, the slit
This
as
is
well.
Cyanogen.
Look at that.
He's a butcher, bro.
Nick,
What's that?
are we sticking
It
with
looks like a
blonde?
bad version of something I had.
Don't worry about it. It's after training hair, it's fine.
Put the hat on.
Put the hat on.
Amazing. Oh,
Nick,
Will,
I like that. I like that slit on the eyebrow.
Shout out to Will.
Gangster.
Brad, what did you think when Olga came in and showed you her tattoo of One Punch Management? You're on mute, by the way.
Brad's too old.
Yeah, actually, I was pretty shocked. You know, like it was. Yeah, I was like, I'm glad she had other tattoos and that wasn't the only tattoo she had.
Otherwise, that would have been creepy, right?
Yeah, I'd have been whoa. But no, it meant a lot, you know. So like,
I still have the
very,
video.
very humbling, and
I had a video of this done.
yeah. So
Right.
I'm not asking everyone to get tattoos out there, but maybe a big one somewhere, you know, on your butt.
Steve Brigg wants to know when the One Punch podcast's coming back.
I don't know. I would say don't have a lot of time. I have a lot of time now, but what it was on BT Sport. Me and Brian Lacey loved doing it. but BT Sport got a hold to it for some reason, kind of thing, and it kept them meaning to come back, but it just never did. So it's just like for me and Brian Lacey, it's like trying to find another platform for us to do it on, basically. But I'm still up to doing one with Brian Lacey. I'm with Brian Lacey all the time. I said we're going to do commentating on ACA and stuff. So, and I love chatting. Everyone here knows I love chatting. So, yeah, so as long as
That
people
was
want to
my
listen to
favourite
it.
podcast ever. I used to be.
Part of me would have liked it though. I loved it when it was on BT Sport, but I preferred it when it was our own. And
I miss shenanigans when it was on
yes,
BT
because
Sport.
we could play stupid games, and also
guys, I've got to shoot. I've got to teach the kids class. So I see everyone soon.
Bye, Lonnie.
See you, Lonnie.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm gonna go as well. I'm going to train.
Take care, Lonnie, mate.
Bye, Olga.
Bye, guys.
You obviously are all free to leave at any time, but don't feel like you have to. Yeah,
back when I used to do it on my own, it was nice of me when there's less restrictions. On BT Sport, there was a lot of restrictions. You only could talk about the UFC, you couldn't talk about any other show. So they gave you, even though it was fun, but they gave you like a kind of strict guidelines. You know?
So is that because that's the only promotion that they've got on their channel?
Exactly. Yeah.
For me, it's a real shame that Cage Warriors isn't on BT Sport anymore. I feel like that was a way of people who had BT Sport anyway seeing like some really high quality fights and getting into MMA. Whereas when it's on Fight Plus, you're only going to attract people who have already subscribed to a combat live stream.
We do need more mainstream sort of MMA on normal mainstream TV. To MMA fans will already have these avenues, but if you want to get new fans, you need to open up to a bigger audience and get it on mainstream TV, which Bellator in the UK has been trying. I think now it's on Channel 5, so they're doing the right things. But it makes
For me, the tough thing with Bellator is it's on the app, then it's on Channel 5, then they take a break for 3 hours, and then it's on BT Sport, and then it's on Sky Sports, and that might be at 2 a.m. when you already know who's won. It's just it's a bit confusing knowing where you've got to watch next in this country anyway.
And I've also just realised that my daughter loves the camera, so like
does.
She just loves, yeah. She's coming out. And she's actually kissing you guys, by the way.
Oh, would you be happy for Poppy to go into fighting, Brad?
I say I get this question asked quite a lot about not just Poppy, or about Buddy as well. For me, honestly, whatever my kids have a passion for, I would push that passion. You know, if Buddy wants to be a ballet dancer, he can. You know, it doesn't bother me as long as he has a passion for it. And at the moment, I try and hold Poppy just a little bit. I try and hold pads for like Buddy a little bit, and he's interested a little bit, then he's not. But he's more into chess, so I will feed that passion with him in chess. Because if he becomes a chess world champion, come on, Poppy, you on? Can't stay still. I think she'll be more chance of being a fighter than my son. She is feisty, and she don't stop. But I'm gonna have to keep her away from the gym because I don't want people like Nick or Yuki getting hold of her.
I get fucked up.
I agree.
Welcome, Chris.
Yeah, because I'll beat her up.
No, I'm not lazy.
Jeez.
How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We've managed so far, which is amazing. So, Chris, tell me where we are with you, because the last I heard was you announcing your retirement. I don't believe that most MMA retirements are forever. Do you think we'll ever see you back in there?
Maybe, yeah. I'm none the wiser myself, to be honest. So I don't know when we'll be back in the gym or whatnot. But maybe if the right opportunity comes up, or maybe to compete again. I want to set something up in Birmingham myself, actually, for MMA with some of the youth, like a youth project. So, but yeah, we'll see. Hope if the right opportunity comes, then yeah.
And where will that be? That you setting that up?
In South Birmingham, so like towards Chelmsford and Solihull. So like to try, there might be a chance to try and work with some of like the underprivileged and like troubled kids. So obviously, if we could get them into MMA, we'd probably have a good talent pool, and it'd help the community as well. You know.
Yeah. Is that something that you've always wanted to do?
I've always wanted to coach, and predominantly S&C, but a friend of mine sort of encouraged me to kind of help out with the local community a little bit more. So, like you can kill two birds with one stone and make a difference, and have a life post career, like post fighting, you know.
Yeah. So, if the whole coronavirus situation hadn't happened, was that on course to be happening straight away?
No, nah. If the coronavirus wouldn't have happened, I'd have probably been fighting in September, October on Cage Warriors, I'd imagine. But I'm not too sure right now. Got to speak to Brad still.
So the comeback could be this year still.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got to figure out sort of training schedule and trying to just make it work, because obviously the level is quite high now. A lot of the guys in this chat train full time, and I'm kind of training 4 or 5 times a week, even for my last fight. So to try and compete with the new guys now who are training 24/7, got to try and figure out and schedule it into my life, you know.
I think you stunned a lot of people with that announcement. It was because they were kind of like set up to kind of your next fight, who they thought you'd be fighting next. They kind of, the camera panned to him in the crowd, and then you said you were retiring, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, it's been on my mind a little bit on and off anyway. But the bottom line is, like, I haven't really got the time to compete. That fell well in October because like university has a gap through the summer, so yeah. I had the time to train, whereas like from sort of in term time at the minute, I ain't really got. I'm training a lot. I'm not in shape to fight. I'm in shape to train, so like I can hang with the guys in the gym, but doing 3-5s or 5-5s, I'm not putting in the hours that at that level. So I'd need to. I was going to wait till October this year and take a gap year maybe, but obviously with the coronavirus and income and things like that, it's a bit hard to gauge what's going to happen for any of us, I guess.
Yeah. So you're just trying to stay as fit as you can over this period so that you're ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to train every day and get on top of all my uni work and try and keep income trickling in, so that when we get back to full-time training, be able to train it, and I can see how I feel then, and hopefully try and set up something to get to London again.
Cool. Let me go back to the comments on Facebook. Oh, Peter, my boss, is asking me to advertise the quiz we're doing on Sunday, which is an MMA UK quiz. I can't remember the time of it. I think it's 8 or 8:15. Anyway, we'll go to our page if you want to go and do that. What are everybody's thoughts on John Jones' latest antics?
Expected.
I think he's been partying his way through lockdown.
What did he do again?
Surprised?
He just
drunk driving.
He got drunk, didn't he? Yeah.
Legend.
Wait, so Chris, are you still in uni?
Guys, I'm gonna jump here. I'm gonna jump off here. Yeah. So I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Take it easy. Nice to see you.
You take care, yeah.
What was that, Chris?
I'm trying to think of him speak. I went back after the ACB fight to do masters because of I had that Bell's palsy after that fight, so I weren't sure whether I was going to fight again anyway because I couldn't freaking close my eye. So I was like, I just wanted something to do rather than just sit around. So I started the masters. So I'm still sort of halfway in that at the moment.
Is juggling masters and MMA hard, or?
It is with income. I guess it wouldn't be as bad if you were like, everyone knows that Keijo's money and UK MMA money is not enough to live off. So because you got to work as well, then it gets a bit tricky, you know. But
The
he's
Bell's palsy, Chris, was that like a direct result of trauma in the fight?
No, they don't know. I don't think so. I think it could be. Apparently, it's a stress response. So could be the weight cut, could be the fight, could be just life. So but it settled fine ish. So obviously, it let me compete again in October. Just gone.
Yeah, my friend had it badly after an operation. So yeah, I guess the same thing, kind of stress on the body or whatever. And she couldn't close her eye for. They ended up taping it shut because it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I had to do to sleep for about 6 months. It was like take my eyelid shut and stuff. So yeah, so that's why I started uni again. To be honest, like probably I wanted to do the go back to uni after fighting, like maybe like 35 or something, but. I did it a little bit sooner just because I wanted to put my time into, rather, because my whole life had been fighting for the past 8 years or whatever, do you know.
And what's your master's in?
Strength and conditioning.
Wow. What's the worst injury that the rest of you have had?
I rolled my ankle on my last fight, and it still hurts. Sometimes I just walk and I roll it. Me and Nick, we were training, and I just rolling it. Fuck Tanasa.
He's watching.
No swearing.
My
I shouldn't have
injury, obviously, because I'm the eldest here, I've been training a lot longer. Mine was actually an injury I sustained playing football. Was playing football. It was my right knee. Look, if you can't see it, my knee comes out when I move it. I've got no ACL in this knee. So that's my worst.
ACLs for pussies.
That was my worst injury.
All of your injuries have come outside of MMA, haven't they, Brad? The worst
Mine
one.
was rolled ankle.
My worst
I can smell your feet from there.
The worst.
You miss
Ask
it.
him how he got his nose. Ask him how he got the nose.
We've done that one.
Brad's nose. We talked about on community service.
But in answer to your question, Katie, I don't get injured. I injure other people.
Oh, fair enough.
The fact that he's proud of that is the problem.
Nick, do you remember your calf, you little pussy?
Oh yeah. I thought he was gonna cry.
No calf kick.
Oh, I don't have.
My worst one while fighting would be when I ruptured my L5S1 in my spine. That'd be bad. Apart from that, I'm tough as nails.
MMA Fitness has asked how fit you need to be to take a fight on short notice. I imagine that depends how fit you are to begin with.
Yeah, you just got to stay in shape. You got to always stay in shape, and then
I'm always will.
You have to get ready.
It's all about technique and efficiency.
I've unlimited cardio. I never get tired.
Who cuts the most weight on the team?
Mike.
Me, 100%.
Unanimous decision.
Yeah, that's me.
Nah, it's
Are you good at cutting it though? Because I know Nathaniel says that he doesn't sweat, doesn't he? Doesn't he need like twice as long in the sauna to lose the same amount of weight as everyone else?
You know what it is? I need. You know what it is? I need ages in the sauna, but doing it, I don't complain or moan or anything like that. But it takes me ages.
Mike is a soldier when it comes to cutting weight. You know, he's just like. I'm like,
and who's the one who moans the most?
It's probably me.
Well, Yuki don't even cut weight. You don't cut weight. I don't know what he's joining this conversation for. Right?
Nah, I have to cut 2 kg.
One of the funniest ones. One of the funniest ones would be Nathaniel, right? But then he sorted out how he cut weight. So he cuts his weight on bad. But there was a time where he was a mess. And then I said, Nathaniel, we need to get this sorted out. So that's why now he realizes he can't collapse on the floor, and he's very professional with his approach, leaving weight. So it all depends how professional you are before the actual weight cut. When you're pulling water out of your body, if you've been disciplined with your diet, it's easy to pull water out. But if you haven't been disciplined up to the time you need to pull water out of your body and you just try and do it, it's going to get tough. So if you're cutting 10 pounds is easy if you've had a good clean diet and you just got to pull out 10 pounds of water. But if you haven't had a clean diet and you try and pull out 5 pounds and you've been eating salt all week, your body's going to hold on to it and it's going to be a lot tougher. So
who taught you to weight cut, Brad?
What's that?
Who taught you to weight cut, or was it all experience?
Both experience and a lot of the things from Mike Brown. Obviously, when I first started fighting, I used to fight at featherweight and lightweight, because I didn't cut weight myself. And then I went to the American top team and I met Mike Brown. And weight cutting, even back when I was fighting over here, early days, it wasn't a thing. He weight cuts. He does that. But obviously, Americans, because they're so used to weight cutting because of wrestling, I got to mix with them and I found out what they did and the styles. And that's when I remember when I was with Mike Brown, I'm like, and he goes, "Oh, what weight do you fight?" I was like, "Featherweight." I go, "What weight do you fight?" He goes, "Featherweight." And I'm like, "What?" And this guy is like built like a brick shit house. And I'm like, "No way do you fight my weight." But then obviously I got to understand, it cuts weight and so on and so forth. But so I learned from him, and weight cutting came from wrestling out in America, and then obviously I incorporated it, and obviously now it's part of the job basically, weight cutting.
And what was that cut to flyweight like?
The water cut wasn't. I pulled out water, but I just had to diet longer out. So when I used to fight at bantamweight, I probably used to diet around 4 weeks out, quite strict. Where with flyweight, I used to be a lot strict early. I had to get my body weight down, and I was pretty ripped all year round, and I had to then really decrease my calories. It was bad in my moods. I wasn't you don't realize in the advert about where Snickers, like eat a Snickers, like give him a Snickers, he's hungry. I wanted to pull people's down and have a laugh like I always do, so it was tough, but I only did that because I had the mindset to what I wanted to fight for the world title. It didn't work out with me at 135, so I did everything I can to try and make a title shot going down to 125. So I had that extra motivation. If I didn't have that motivation, I would never have made that weight. And as soon as I went down to flyweight and that it didn't really materialize that weight class, I'm like, get me back up.
What do you think of Cody Garbrandt going down to 125?
You got to reinvent yourself. Like he's in that sort of predicament that maybe I was, where he's been there and thereabouts. And he beat Dominic Cruz on one against the lab, and now since then he slipped off a little bit. So sometimes as a fighter, you need to find things to motivate yourself to train. It's not easy to train, especially when you're at the level we've been at, and yet you're getting good money and so on and so forth. Money is not the only thing that motivates you. Like motivates some people. So like he's like, I'm gonna give myself a new challenge to motivate myself to make that weight. So I think, fine. And he's not the biggest guy in the world either. So if TJ Dillashaw did it, he could do it.
Yeah.
You don't think it would kill him, Brad?
What's that?
You don't think it will kill Cody?
He's very slim. I look at things a lot about people's legs and talk waist down. He's got very skinny, very slim hips and legs. Where me, I found it a lot hard because I'm like SpongeBob SquarePants. I have quite thick legs.
Yeah.
I find it hard. With him, he's okay, big up top, and he's quite tall, but he's very slender.
Yeah. He has fought at flyweight in the past, although obviously he would have been younger. Like everyone tends to go up as they get older. The Stand and Bang podcast asked if any of, I bet I know the answer to this from all of you. Would any of you fight on UFC Island if you got the call?
No.
A fighter's always going to say yes to that, surely.
Nah, I'd rather fight with the crowd.
Nathaniel wants to come on the interview. He doesn't know how to get in.
He just needs to click the link.
Forward me the link, and I forward it to him.
What do you want me to send it to you on?
I'll get it from the email.
Okay. Okay, let me ask some other people questions.
There's
What's the
so
best
much one.
martial arts movie?
Favorite martial arts movie?
Bruce Lee, Into the Dragon.
That's a good one.
The Raid.
Good shout.
Warrior.
Warrior's a sick film.
Yeah, Warriors every night.
Warrior-
Netflix
Warriors
for me.
is
Warrior's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Warrior's my favorite.
Wait, is this a series?
No, Warrior's a film.
The movie,
Oh,
starring Tom
The
Hardy.
movie.
Not
With
Team
Tom
Warrior.
Hardy, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oi, boys, there's a series called Warrior. It's Bruce Lee inspired movie.
Also,
Series.
second best MMA movie. Here Comes the Boom.
That's good.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that's.
Could you
That's
send me the
good.
link? I can't seem to get it.
I
Could
like-
you WhatsApp me the link?
WhatsApp. Okay.
Well done, buddy. Everyone, quick. My son just beat the robot in checkmate.
Wow.
Yes, buddy.
Well done, buddy.
Well done, buddy.
Well done, buddy.
I can't believe
Buddy,
that
I'm not impressed.
Hey.
I've never ever heard of a 4-year-old who can play chess before.
Yeah, and then you beat him back. That's what happens. He beat you, then you went back and beat him, buddy. Well done.
I'm
Smashed
not
him.
gonna lie. Buddy will smoke me in chess. I don't even know the rules.
You should get him playing you by a favour. Right, there's some more questions on here. Brad, did you hurt your arm cracking that egg? Did anyone else do the egg challenge?
They don't have the guns like me.
I swear the egg challenge is not even difficult.
Do it now.
Do it.
Do it now, Yuki.
Yes, so
Right,
honestly,
the second you
I
can
saw
make this-
Terry Harper, the boxer, couldn't do it. So then I was really shocked when I did it, but it must have been a weak egg. Did anyone else give it a go?
No, I didn't try it.
You've got to give it a go, people.
I'd rather eat
I
egg,
crack
man.
Nick in the gym all the
Get some
time. and he
protein
looks
in
like
you.
an egg.
I'll stick to my dunk.
Shut up, you virgin.
Okay. I love how that's though. Can I just say I love how that's the insult. I love how that's the insult, even though okay.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What about the t-shirt challenge? Did everyone put a t-shirt on doing a handstand?
I didn't do that one.
No.
I didn't want to rip my t-shirt off. I'm too strong.
No, I didn't do that one either.
Rob, don't forget to hydrate. Looking red, mate.
Soldiers, you're red. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Are you gone inside now, Rob?
Yeah, he's coming inside.
5 minutes.
I
of
actually
sun,
got a
let's sleep
bit
for the
red
month.
myself.
Good decision, mate. It's a good decision.
Take a beer, mate. Keep hydrated.
Yeah, good idea.
What nation has the best fighters out of Scotland, England, Wales, and Ireland?
England.
England all day.
It's come from MMA Scotland.
Well, Conor McGregor comes from Ireland, so.
All right, relax.
Nick, why you back?
It's Nathaniel.
Cool, then. See you later, Nick.
Guys, I gotta go for my praise, yeah. So thank you very much, Kate, for this.
Yeah.
It's good to see everyone. Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye, mate.
Yes, bro.
There he is. Hi, Nathaniel.
He looks so cool.
You're on mute. Nathaniel, are you there?
I don't think he even knows he's on yet. Nah.
Hello.
Yo.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I didn't know it was happening now. I didn't see all the messages.
There were about 400, so
Yeah.
no worries.
You guys must have been in a conversation when I was doing something, and I came back, and if I'm honest, I saw so many messages that I just thought, I'm just going to pretend that I've seen them. But I didn't know that. I thought someone was going to let me know when the interview was. Sorry.
He's changed. He's changed, Katie. You'll find that. He's
Oh,
changed.
somebody asked who the biggest diva on the team was, so...
Well, who did they say?
Well, we're just asking it now.
Oh, Nathan Nick. It's gonna be Nathan Nick.
Definitely. Thanks.
So how are you, Nathaniel?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all right, thanks. Another topless guest. This is definitely my.
Those are my haircut.
Oh, crikey! Rascal. What happened
Boys
there?
don't have home haircut.
Where's Yuki gone for this egg? Chasing a chicken around.
My dad done that one.
Okay. And talk us through your home gym setup because it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I've pretty much got everything that I need that I can do on my own. I've got a punch bag, I've got an Olympic bar, I've got one of those spar bar things, which is quite cool. But I'm lacking training partners and coaching. You know, obviously I got my dad, which I'm lucky to have him as a coach.
Yeah.
But I just want to grapple and punch some of these boys that you're talking to now.
Miss you, Nathaniel. Miss you, boy. Miss you, man.
I don't miss grappling Tinchy. And I miss punching. I'm just flicking through everyone's face now. Nick. I probably want to punch Nick the most.
I knew he was going to say that.
We had the question earlier, like who was the best to watch sparring, and Brad said he really enjoyed watching you and Lonnie before your Dodson fight. He said that that was special.
I didn't enjoy it.
It's been ages since I've seen Lonnie fight. I don't think I could go to the last Fight Star. Like, what's next for him, Brad? When will we see? Obviously, don't know for anyone at the moment, but like, are you still struggling to get fights for him?
No, again, I had him matched up for the Fight Star that would have been happening. So he was matched up already, but obviously with Corona, that's everyone else's biggest fight at the moment. So as soon as that ends, we're all going to be, hopefully some of the matchups that were matched up for most of my guys will still continue. Those fights are already confirmed. So hopefully they'll just fight again. But, I do know when it does end, loads of fight shows are going to have a lot of hungry fighters to fight.
And will we see Charlotte back on Bellator after she absolutely smashed her Bellator debut?
That's another one where I like to obviously again get Charlotte back on. I was in talks with like Bellator about getting her on the card, and same thing. This Corona's just messed that thing up. But as soon as this dies down, I think show like Bellator and how this. Just my predictions. I think the biggest shows like UFC and stuff like that, the audiences rely on TV views will come back first. And then shows that also I think Bellator will be like that as well. But the Bellator Europe relies a lot on still like ticket sales, and so does a lot of local shows rely on ticket sales. As soon as there's no crowd, I don't think any local show will be able to go ahead. So it all depends. Not only once the restrictions come down where we can train, it's where can you put on a live event and earn money from tickets. Otherwise, there won't be no fighting because no small show can afford to have no crowd. That's where they make the living. Only the big shows can do that, like ACA, one championship. The people will have a lot of TV deals.
Yeah.
Be able to do that.
ACA don't really focus on ticket sales anyway, do they?
Guys, I'm just gonna shoot now. I'm gonna go and have some dinner. Everyone stay safe.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Daniel, you're the one who really could get the call for Fight Island. I saw you tweet about it as well. Would you be up for getting on a plane wherever that is?
Yeah, 100%. Even if they said to me now, like, lockdown's over and the shows are going back to normal, I'd kind of rather fight on this Fight Island thing. It sounds very cool to me. It's a bit like Mortal Kombat. So
yeah,
for me, I'm 100% up for that.
And I mean, talking about weird venues and kind of being part of history in these times. I know you've all trained with Darren Stewart when you was at Titan. What did you think of him being going back to the Cage Warriors card for 113? And like, that was just mad. He accepted a change of opponent, a change of promotion, a change of venue, but absolutely gangster to be on like such a historic and strange card.
Yeah, Darren's obviously a phenomenal athlete, and you know, he obviously believes in his skill set, which I think the most of us do. You know, obviously as fighters, we're all very confident in our skill set and, you know, the training that we've gone through. So I think most people would, you know, having a full camp would take anyone at short notice. I personally would, you know, if I've had a full training camp and they turn around and say, the show's been cancelled, but you can fight on a week's notice against so-and-so, you know, 100% I'd do it. I wouldn't take a short notice fight against someone that's been training for a full camp. Myself, I would want to have a proper fight camp, which I guess Darren got, and you know, he was fortunate enough to get to compete, because there's a lot of guys on that card that, you know, sadly didn't get to.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Darren. You know, I'm a big fan of his dancing. His salsa.
His TikToks are just like the best thing on Instagram.
Can I just say one thing quick?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna have to bounce. I've been here for 2 hours now, right? And
oh, prima donna.
I'm on Daddy G. And this
Told
is
you,
my
diva. Told you he was a diva.
Oh, Bobby, see, that's my
Guys,
parenting going wrong there.
quickly, I'm gonna bounce myself.
No, here we
I'm gonna
go.
bounce myself.
Mike, let's see your head before
I'm
you
gonna
go.
bounce as well then.
I gotta go, guys. Honestly, I was happy to try.
Thank you,
Katie,
Brad.
how much are we getting paid for this?
Oh, crikey.
Bye-bye, Poppy.
See the hair. If you're gonna go, Mike, we need to see your hair first.
Bye.
I was told that maybe
all of you lot.
All right, Katie, I'm gonna go as well. I've got to do my 10-mile running.
Nathaniel, is there something?
Yeah.
Have you upset everyone, Nathaniel?
Yeah, pretty much.
With that third trim, Nathaniel.
The awkward one's gonna be who's the last man standing.
You.
I'll sign off. If we get down to a few of us, I'll definitely sign off. We were going to go at 4:30 anyway, so I just want to ask you a couple more questions, Nathaniel. You've been a bit more vocal about people in your weight class in the UFC. I saw you replied to the clip that I put out of Sugar Sean talking about you guys and saying how the UFC won't want to match you this early on in your careers because they want you both to be stars.
Yeah, to me that just sounds like he doesn't want it.
Pussy.
So would you be up for fighting Sugar Sean? Because I would love to see that fight.
Of course I would. If I'm honest, I don't think he's on my level at all. But he's got like 800,000 followers. You know, he's a big name. He's a big draw. So 100% I'll be game to fight him. But I'm not really bothered, if that makes sense. You know, I'd rather fight someone like
calling
Cody
him the
Garbrandt.
Peyton of your weight class. He's got a lot
Say
of
that
followers.
again, sorry.
Is that what you're saying? And what about Jack Shaw as well? You've said similar that you
Who's
feel
Jack
like
Shaw?
He's a piece of shit.
Personally, I hope that fight doesn't happen for ages because I want to see you both do well.
Do you know what, Kate? Honestly, I never have an issue with Jack Shaw. There's not an issue at all. Anyway, it's just these little minions that just get on my nerves. They just always tweet me and they say that like I'm ducking Jack Shaw. I've never been offered him. Do you know what I mean? Like, how am I ducking him? It's just the most load of shit ever. So, yeah, if I get offered to fight him, 100%. If I'm honest, I'd never. It's the UFC. You don't turn fights down. You know, not until you're on McGregor's level. So, you know, I'll fight whoever they give me. But as I say, I would rather someone ranked in the sort of top 15. Definitely Chito Vera. You know, that's the fight I'd most want. But yeah, by all means, if they said to me, "Oh, do you want to fight Jack Shaw, Sugar Sean, or whoever it be?" then count me in.
And coming off a loss, would you just accept anyone that they give you, or do you still feel like it needs to be, somebody in the top 15?
Yeah, see, I'd always accept whoever they give me anyway. But now, obviously, coming off a loss, I can't complain, if that makes sense. If I have, say I had beaten John Dodson in easy fashion, then if they had offered me someone that wasn't who I wanted, I wouldn't say kick up a fuss, but I might be a little bit more selective. But with obviously coming off a loss, I'd just be grateful to getting back in there. So, I won't be complaining about whoever they give me next.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us. I was just about to wrap it up, but let's say hi to you first. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm all right. I can see so many
always late.
He's late. Always late.
Ugly face.
Always.
Nothing special about him.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Wesley, como estás? Bem?
Bem, eu estou bem.
Good.
There's two reasons why I need to wrap it up. One is because there's somebody else coming on the Facebook Live at 5, and the other one is because I really need the loo. I was trying to hold out for everyone, and we're supposed to have Ash on here as well. I wanted him to talk about his 1-minute motivations, but seeing as he's not here, are you guys all watching them?
Yeah. Every single day.
Yeah, every day. And I have to.
Every single day.
Who said they have to?
What's that?
I just heard someone say, "Oh, we kind of have to." Who said that?
Oh, who said that? I didn't hear that.
I don't know who that was, to be honest.
It's Wesley. I think it's Nathan.
I had a Portuguese accent there.
Someone said it.
David, you're right, David.
I normally watch it though when I'm doing something really lazy, which
I
kind
know.
of defeats the object.
Listen, they're all bored. They're not going to talk. It's quarantine now. They're getting crazy. Vlad, you're right.
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Good. I'm just fat. I'm getting
fat.
big. That's it.
Me and you both.
Guys, my phone's about to die, so I'm off.
Peace out. I'm gonna shoot.
It generally is low. I'll send a screenshot if no one believes me.
He's definitely the biggest diva, guys. You were right.
I need to put some after sun on.
Thank you, Daniel.
What's your hand?
I don't want to put a PC either, so I'm not gonna.
See you later, guys. See ya.
As always, we'll end with a shout out.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, and to everyone, wash their hands. Any more advice from you guys before we go?
Later.
You want to say?
Stay on.
Stay hard.
Stay dancing.
I wanna fight. Just what I can say. I'm gonna punch him on.
No easy bad. Let's go.
Shane, I love your hat.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Amazing, guys. Thank you for making.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys.
I appreciate your
See you
time.
guys. Thanks, Katie. See you later.
Bye bye.
Yes. Nikita.
Thank you. Bye.